Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
We love our pets. Welcome to another College Investor Audio Show. So glad you're hanging out with us today. Now, today is kind of the ultimate guide to pet health insurance. Now, in my experience, pet owners come in one of two groups. The first group loves their pet like it is their child, and they know it. The pet owners pick their housing based off of the proximity to a dog park or pet daycare. They buy only the finest of pet foods. These pet owners will do anything, including draining their bank account for the well-being of their fur babies. The second group has a more rational approach towards pet ownership. They buy mid-priced food for their pets. They try DIY methods for teeth cleaning to keep the costs down. They say things like, when Fido's time comes, I'll take her for a long walk, feed her a steak, and bring her to the vet. That is, they say those things until Fido's time comes. Then they'll do anything, including drain their bank accounts for the well-being of their fur baby. For pet owners who really will do anything to keep their pets healthy, I'm one of them. Vet bills can add up. Treatments for bone fractures, I've had one of those. Cancer, genetic conditions can cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars out of pocket. So with such high costs, pet owners may want to consider pet health insurance, PHI, to cover unexpected expenses. But like many types of insurance, PHI can be very confusing. This guide covers the ins and outs of pet health insurance so you can make an informed decision about whether to buy it for yourself. What is it? Pet insurance is a type of property insurance that protects the financial well-being of pet owners. When a domestic pet, such as like a dog or a cat, of course, becomes sick or injured, the owner of the pet must pay a vet for the pet's care. So if the owner is unable to cover the cost of the pet's health care, the pet may end up in pain or dying due to lack of care. Much like human health insurance, pet health insurance covers some or all of the costs of pet health needs. Generally, pet health insurance comes with an annual deductible, the amount that an owner is 100% responsible for, and then a co-insurance requirement. The co-insurance requirement means that the owner must pay for at least a percentage of the vet's bills. Usually, the insurer pays for 80% of expenses, and then the owners have the other 20%. In the United States, only about 2% of dog owners and 0.5% of cat owners actually carry pet health insurance today. So what does it usually cover? Well, let's talk about that for a second. Normally, pet health insurance falls into one of three buckets. It can be wellness care, which covers the cost of pet wellness, like flea treatments, annual vet visits, that type of thing. It can be accident and illness coverage, which covers some or all of the cost of emergency pet or vet visits. Or it can be comprehensive coverage, which covers wellness and accident and illness. What is a pet health insurance deductible? So in insurance, a deductible is the amount a person must pay before the insurance coverage actually kicks in. Most insurance types, including homeowners, auto, and health insurance, have deductibles. Most PHI plans have a deductible. A deductible under a PHI plan can take two forms, annual or per incident. So an annual deductible is a set amount, say $500, that the pet owner must pay before the insurance kicks in. You only have to meet the annual deductible once per year. That means if Spot ends up at the vet 4 times, you pay the first $500 for the cost for the year. Once the deductible is paid, you split the cost of the care with the insurance. Generally, it's an 80-20 type thing. 80 goes to the insurance company, 20 to the pet owner. Per incident deductibles are a bit more complicated. You pay the deductible each time your pet visits the vet. Consider a plan with a $150 per incident deductible. If your pet visits the vet 4 times, you will pay the $150 deductible 4 times, plus your share of the remaining cost. So what is the co-insurance part of pet health insurance? In general, insurers only cover part of a pet's medical expenses, even after the deductible is met. Typically, the insurer pays 80% of the costs. The pet owner has to pay 20%. This is called the co-insurance component. So what companies actually offer pet health insurance? The three largest that offer PHI in the United States are Nationwide, Trupanion, and Healthy Paws Pet Insurance and Foundation. However, the pet insurance marketplace is rapidly growing, with lots of startup companies offering competitive pricing on their insurance products. Some of the newer ones you might see are Pets Best, Embrace, Figo, Pet First, and Pet Plan. Of course, we have links to all of these at thecollegeinvestor.com. So, how much does pet health insurance cost? Well, the cost of PHI depends on a number of factors, and the biggest one being species. Dogs cost more than cats, and the age of your pet, too. Smaller factors include the breed. Certain breeds are more prone to illness than others, and where you live. The amount of your deductible and the coinsurance you choose will also affect the rates. The average premium for accident and illness coverage is $516 per year, but costs can be as high as $150 a month for comprehensive coverage for a large dog, or as low as $25 a month for dogs and $10 for cats. Here's a few things to think about when buying PHI. You'll need to balance the coverage rules with the costs and benefits of the insurance. Does this cover the right things? In the U.S., 98% of pet health insurance policyholders have accident and illness coverage. This protects the owner financially, no matter what goes wrong with your pet. Will rates change in the future? Rates on pet health insurance may increase if your pet makes a claim in a given year. You can ask a company rep to explain how your pet's health insurance rate may change if you make a claim. Additionally, you should ask whether an annual rate increase is expected due to your pet aging a year. So how does the coverage treat chronic conditions? Well, not every PHI policy covers chronic conditions, and some policies have a waiting period for chronic condition coverage. Read the policy details or speak with a rep if this is a concern for you. What is the monthly premium cost? Monthly premium costs can range from a few bucks to more than $100. It's generally the higher the premium you pay, the lower the coinsurance you'll have. However, premiums for pet insurance are all over the map, so be sure to shop around to find the best rate on the best coverage. Is there a cap on insurance payouts? Most pet insurance policies come with an annual cap. Like a common cap would be between $5,000 and $10,000, although there are options for no caps. What is the pet owner's share of coinsurance? Generally, you're responsible for 20% of your pet's medical bills after the deductible is met. However, a pet owner may be responsible for anywhere from 0 to 35%. How is the deductible set? Well, it's important to clarify whether the deductible is set on a per-incident basis or on an annual basis. Is there an age cutoff? Many PHI policies exclude coverage for pet babies up to age 8 weeks, and for aged pets over 12 years of age. If you've got an older pet, this is an important question to consider. Is pet insurance right for you? I'm surprised, actually, by how few pet owners have pet insurance. Now, most people can't afford a $1,000 pet-related emergency without going into credit card debt, so unless you have substantial savings, a pet insurance policy seems like a great deal. Even if you have a few $1,000s in the bank, a policy with a high deductible can make the prospect of an expensive surgery a little bit easier to swallow. As long as you shop around for the best deal, pet health insurance can be a cost-effective way to protect your bank account while you protect your pet's health. It's not necessarily the same way that human health insurance is, but for pet lovers, it could be the best few $100s you spend each year. That's all we have. We love our pets. And I hope this was helpful to you in determining whether or not pet health insurance is going to work for you. If you have any questions, you want to see links to all of the things that we talked about today, you can find them all and more, a whole lot more, at thecollegeinvestor.com. And we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks again for listening.